So welcome back to all of the learners in NATA and JEE-2 lecture series. This is a basically 51-day lecture series in which we are going to complete the whole syllabus of both these exams, NATA and JEE-2, in 51 days. Today we are on day 30 and the topic for today is mathematical operation, which is very important, and at least there will be 1 to 2 question in each, whether you are talking about NATA or you are talking about JEE-2. So we have recorded all the previous lectures and we have uploaded those lectures on our YouTube channel by the name of KP classes. So if any of the student has missed those previous lecture, so you can go and watch those lectures on our YouTube channel, but those lectures has no relation with our today's topic. So first you can go through this, and then if you have missed any of those, so you can start watching those from the very first session. So our today's topic is mathematical operation, but before starting the actual chapter, let me introduce you with the syllabus. So according to your latest pattern, the faculties has gone through the recent 3 or 4 year exams, and we have concluded like what should be there, what is most important, and what has to be excluded, and according to that we have divided the whole syllabus of both NATA and JEE-2 in these 8 modules, starting from the first one, which is basics of design, and the last one is sketching and composition. Out of this I am going to teach you the fifth one, that is mental ability and reasoning, and these are the 13 topics which we have to cover. Topic for today is mathematical operation. That is going to be again important for both the student who are preparing for either NATA and JEE-2. So now let's start the class. Let's discuss about the content of the class, what will be there in the class. So basically the whole this chapter is basically based on board mass. I thought that everyone is aware of board mass. We were studying board mass from our 5th to 6th class, or maybe even earlier to that nowadays. So all the chapter is based on that, but there will be a tricky part, like in some of the questions we have to replace the symbols, like the symbols will be named plus, minus, multiply and divide will be named by other symbols, maybe greater than, smaller than, at the rate, hash, and something else, and those will be again very easy. In some of the questions we have to attempt one by one all the given 4 options in this particular chapter. So let's start the chapter now without wasting the time. So again the pattern is going to be remain same, means in this class let me introduce you with the content. So first we are going to discuss about the fundamentals, because there is no formula particularly to attempt questions of mathematical operation. Second, it will be the practice questions. As I told you, we are going to take at least one question from each type that can be appear in your exam, and then we're gonna take the question that has appeared in the recent year NATA and JEE-2 exam. So now let's start the chapter. First, the fundamentals of mathematical operation. So what is mathematical operation? So as from the name you can get this, okay, mathematical operation, that means we have to apply some operations on mathematical terms. Like as I told you, basically what will be given to you is there is a statement or equation is given to you in which some symbols are given, and we have to replace these symbols by the symbols which is given in our statement. Suppose, let me give you an example here, like plus means minus, minus means multiply, and so on. We will interchange all these 4 symbols, then equation will be given to us. Suppose 25 plus 5 minus 3 is equals to question mark. So what we have to do is we have to replace these symbols of plus, minus or board mass, and then we have to solve that given equation. So if we are going to replace here plus by minus, so it will be 25 minus 5, minus means multiply, multiply by 3 is equals to 0. Also in the next slide I will let you know about the board mass. So here also some of the student now will answer the answer as 60. They will first subtract 25 minus 5, 20 into 3 is 60. So that is again a wrong, because in board mass I'll let you know, first you have to multiply and then you have to subtract. So that means it will be 5 multiplied by 3, that is 15, and 20 minus 15 is 10, not 60. So our answer is 10. So this will be the types of question. There is only single type, but there are certain ways to ask this question. The question is again only in this type, but there are certain ways. I'll explain you the certain ways with the practice part, like how we can mold the question, how many parts are there. So now let's discuss the concept of board mass. So I hope that you all know it very easily, at least the last four: divide, multiply, add and subtract. So what is basically board mass? So it is a preferential method, you can say, that from which thing you have to start and give an equation. So first one is bracket, means if there is a bracket given in that equation, so the first thing you have to do is you have to solve the bracket. Now there are three types of bracket. So those three types are, there are three types of bracket. First one is simple, and this is the representation of simple bracket. Then it is a rectangular bracket, and at last curly or colon bracket. So these are the three types of bracket. First means if all the three are appearing in the same equation, then you have to start with this one. So first you need to solve simple one, then this one, and then rectangular, or you can say this curly bracket at the last you have to solve. So this is the preferential bracket. Again, means in all, first thing to do is, if there is a bracket, we have to solve that bracket first. Suppose these are the three types of bracket which can appear in an equation. So if all the three brackets are there, so you have to start with the first one, that is simple, then this rectangular, and at the last curly one. So this will be the preferential order. Let me give you an example. Suppose this is the given equation, that 23 minus 20 or 20, just take it 20, 23 minus 20 minus minus 2 into 3 is equals to what? Suppose we have to solve this simple equation. So what I told you is, first we have to solve the bracket, then it will be about divide, multiply, add and subtract. First thing is to solve bracket. In bracket, I have told you if there are two, suppose this was the only given bracket, then we will solve this one first, and then we will see if division is there, then we will be going to divide first, then we're going to multiply, then addition, and at last we have to subtract. But if there are two, then we have to solve both those brackets first. So I told you first thing to do is to solve this simple bracket. So that means this is 2 multiplied by 3, that is 6. So next step is, I am solving it step by step. You don't need to do it. If you can directly find out the answer, so that's even better. You can calculate it and give the answer directly. So that is minus 6. Now we have to solve this bracket first. So this is 20 minus 6, that is 14. So that means 23 minus 14 is our answer. So 23 minus 14 is 6 plus 3, that is 9. So our answer is 9. That means this will be the again method. Suppose if there is another one, this one, then we have to solve that at the last one. So this is the order first. Now let's discuss about off. The second thing we have to go for, or we have to simplify in a given equation, is off. This O is known as off. Now what does this mean? This is basically order of powers and roots. Order of power and roots, also we take it as the off which occur in finding percentage, like 20% off. So that means that is off represent, or you can say also that is order power. Means first you have to solve powers if there are powers are given. Suppose what I mean is, let's take another equation, like this is given to you: 2 raised to the power 3 plus root 36 multiply by 9 divided by 3 is equals to what? Suppose this time we have to solve this equation. So in this, again, see if there is any bracket. No, there is no bracket. If a bracket is given here, then again you have to solve that bracket first, and then second is off. Off again means order of powers. So that means we have to solve this one first. So 2 raised to the power 3 is 8 plus root 36. We have to solve the powers in root, cube root, and 1 by 4, 1 by 5 as well. So this is 6 basically, multiply by 9 divide by 3 is equals to x. Let's name the question mark as x. Now what is the preferential method? Now we don't have bracket here, we don't have off here, so we just have divide, multiply, add and subtract. So last 4 is again if just these four functions we have to apply. So first thing is, you can see that is divide. First you need to divide. That means first we need to divide 9 by 3. So that means it will be 8 plus 6. 9 divided by 3, multiply 9 divided by 3 is 3 is equals to x. Again I am solving it step by step just to make the students understand. You can again directly solve it if you can solve that in your mind without using pen and paper. So next thing is multiply. After divide it is multiply. So if we have to multiply, so that is 6 into 3. So 8 plus 6 into 3. Don't add and then multiply. First multiply and then add. So 6 3s are 18. That means x is 18 plus 8. Now we just have one of the operation, that is plus. So 18 plus 8 is 26. That means the value of x is 26. So this is basically board mass. I hope that all of you are able to understand or revise it, because yes, we have covered it, although in our basic classes, you can say 5th, 6th or 7th maybe, but just a revision where there we were just discussing D mass. But what is bracket and what is the preferential brackets means, which bracket to solve first at the first, then which brackets has to be solved on the second place and which on third, and then it is about powers, or you can say off. So this is basically board mass. We are going to solve the questions using this single formula or this single trick, you can say, that is board mass mean a preferential matter. This is basically a preference order, that what in which order we have to apply the logics or the given symbols, like first B, then O, then D, then M, then A, and at last subtract. Now way to attempt the question. So this I have explained you in the previous slide only, like how you gonna attempt the questions. So way to attempt is basically again based on board mass. Now let me explain you the types of question we have here. Basically there will be certain types of question given to you. So in some of the question there will be like one of the example I have given, that maybe you just have to replace the symbols. In one maybe it is also given that you have to replace numbers as well. Like this will be, suppose let's take this equation, 2 plus 5 multiply by 3 minus 9 is equals to x. And now or just increase it a little bit, just add here, plus 2 is equals to question mark. And now instead of replacing the symbols, this time I am saying that at every place where you see 2, replace it by 6. Every place where you see, replace it by 6. That's the only thing suppose you have to do. Although there will be like replace 2 with 6, or even just try it with this one, replace 2 with 6 means at every place where it is 2 you have to write 6, at every place where it is 6 you have to write 2 only, but there is no 6. So what you have to do is you have to just replace 2 with 6. So it will become then 6 plus 5 multiply by 3 minus 9 plus 6 is equals to x. So this will be a way in which in some of the questions we are going to replace symbols, and in some of the questions we even have to replace numbers, like replace 2 with 4 and 4 with 2, and then find out the correct option. Okay, so this is again easy, because you can see now you just have to solve this single equation. But in certain number of question we have to solve every given 4 option. Let me give you an example where you have to solve each and every given option. That will be like this only. Suppose we are saying replace plus with minus, or even let's use something else. So greater than, replace greater than with minus, smaller than with plus, greater than equal to with multiply, smaller than equal to with divide. Suppose this is given to us that every place where you found greater than, you have to replace that given symbol with minus, smaller than with plus, greater than equal to with multiply, smaller than equal to with divide. Now to those who didn't understand greater than smaller than, so this basically resembles, suppose if I write a and this symbol b, so this represents, this open mouth represents where, whom to whomever it is pointing, that letter or that variable is larger. So we pronounce it like a is greater than b. If this is a representation, then we pronounce it as A is greater than B. Just reverse of it. If I write like this, now B becomes larger, but we don't say that B is larger than A. This time we gonna say A is smaller than B. And now if I just add equal to with this, so it will become A is greater than or equal to B, A is smaller than or equal to B. Now suppose I am giving you an equation, and instead of giving the single equation, what I am giving you this time, suppose I will give you four equations and I'll say that put these values and find out which is a balanced equation. In a balanced equation, it will be given to you like this: 5 plus 3, instead of, sorry, plus, I have to write these symbols. Wait a second please. 5 smaller than 3 greater than 2 greater than equal to 4 is equals to 0, and certain, there will be certain four equations. So you have to find out which is correct. Means next will be like this: suppose 5 smaller than 3 greater than 2 greater than equal to 4 is equals to 0. So when you are going to replace these symbols with, you know, plus and minus, so that must be equal to 0. On putting these variables, these symbols here, by after the replacing, these must be equal to 0, then only this equation satisfies, and we gonna say that yes, it is the correct equation, whom after placing or replacing these, we are getting a right answer. If they are not equal to 0, suppose, yes, you are, when you gonna solve this equation, suppose let's solve this one. So 5 smaller than basically means plus, 3 greater than basically means minus, and then 2 greater than equal to means multiply, 4 is equals to 0. So this is 5 plus, okay, first multiply. So 4 2s are 8, this is minus, now add 5 plus 3 8, so 8 minus 8 is 0, means on both the end you have 0. So this is a balanced equation. On this, in this second equation, when you are going to put the values, that will be something else. Let me prove this to you. So this is 5 greater than, again means minus, 3 smaller than means plus 2, and greater than equals multiply by 4, that is again 4 2s are 8. So this is 5 minus 3 plus 8 is equals to 0. So this is 5 and 3, that is 8 and 3, that is 11, 11 minus 5. So on the left hand side you have 6, and on the right it is 0. So this is not balanced equation. So this is not the equation we are finding. So now I thought that you were able to get the logic, that here you have to solve one by one, and you have to solve each given four options to find out the correct one, in which by replacing these symbols you are getting a balanced equation. So basically you have to find out a balanced equation. So if you got a question from the previous type, that is going to be very easy. We just have to solve one equation, and that then only we will able to score 1 mark. So this, in this, you definitely, you can see you have to solve certain equations, so definitely it will be a 2-mark question. So don't worry about that, it is going to take us some time, so it is also giving you extra mark. So that means these are the two types, but again there are certain types of question which we can mold. So we will discuss those questions now. But before starting the question part, let me introduce you with our app, because on our app you can get these PDF on which we are, you know, teaching, these lectures are going on. These are, you know, the PDF of these lectures are uploaded here, and along with that you also going to get free, you know, practice sheets there, so you can attempt the questions as well, because practice is the main key to crack any exam. So this is our app by the name of KP Classes. You can download KP Classes on Google Play Store. After downloading this app, you will see these three lines. Just press on these three lines, and the second option is study material. Just press on the study material option, and you will get your free study material, these PDFs, along with some questions to practice. So again, if you are, you know, sincerely preparing for these exams, so this app is going to be a lot helpful for you. So just download it. Now let's move to the next question, to the question part now. So that is the first question on your screen now. So the first question is one in which we just have to solve one of the equation. We just have to replace these symbols or these letters by the symbols, and then we will, you know, able to solve it. So first write it down that Q means add. Q means add. So just write this. Q means add, J means multiply, T means subtract, K means divide. So we have the symbols now, or now we just have to put it here. So I am directly putting it. So Q, so first is K, which means divide. So 26 divided by 2, then it is Q, which means plus, plus 3, then J, which means multiply. Wait a second, please. Okay. Then J, which means multiply. Then T means minus. Now we have to solve again. The order is, and to those who still feel doubt like how I'm going to solve it, just do one thing. At the place where you are dividing or multiplying, you can put them in a bracket, so you will remember that bracket we have to solve at very first. So this is basically 26 divided by 2. I'm solving it here now. 26 divided by 2, that is 13, then plus, and this is because multiply, so first we have to multiply 6 into 3, that is 18, so plus 18, then T, which means minus 4. So the final equation we have is that 13 plus 18 minus 4. So first, now you can add or even you can subtract, that doesn't make any difference here. So that means this will become 14 plus 13, that is 27, which is option number D. Or again you can first add, so 13 plus 18, that is 31, minus 4, which is again equals to 27. So the correct option is option number D, that is 27. Now let's move to the next question. Again, in this, as I told you, some of the questions can be easily solved just by using one or solving one of the equation, but here to get, you need to solve each and every statement. But you can, assume or guess that from where you have to start. Like if you found some similarity, like suppose there are two equations which have 15 and 15 initially, so you can start with that, because if they are giving two similar options or slightly similar options, so there are high chances that our answer is going to be out of those. Else again you have to solve every equation then. So what is the replacement now? So you have to replace multiply, because multiply stands for minus, divide stands for plus, subtract stands for divide, and multiply stands for, okay, minus stands for multiply, sorry, minus stands for multiply. These are the equations: multiply for minus, divide for plus, plus for divide. So plus divide, divide plus, multiply minus, minus multiply. So minus, that means, just remember it now. Sometimes you have to even remember, if that is quite easy. Again, just remember, at the place of multiply, every time we have to write minus. Where it is minus, we have to write multiply. So divide, divide means plus, and multiply minus, plus means again divide, and equal to 6 means this must be equal to 6. As I told you, it must be equal to the number which is given on the right hand side on the or the other side. So now let's again solve it. So this will become 15 multiplied by 5 minus, although it seems it is not going to be correct, because this is something 20 divided by 16. So now the value goes into fraction, but our answer is not in fraction, that is 6. But still, let's solve it. So that is 15 multiplied by 5. Just to give you an idea, in next of the question I am going to solve it further. So minus 15 minus 5 plus 5 minus 20 divided by 16 is equals to 6. So this is what I am saying. This becomes 5 by 4. Cancelling by 4, you are going to get 5 by 4 here. So this is 5 into 15 into 5, that is 75. 75 plus 5 minus 5 by 4 is equals to 6. So yes, this is not equals to 6. Now let's solve the next equation. 8 divided by 10. So divide means plus. Okay, just remember, divide means plus, plus means divide. So 8 divided by 10, that means 8 plus 10. Minus means multiply. So multiply by 3, plus means divide, divided by 5, multiply means again minus. So divide by 5 minus 6 is equals to 8. So that is again in a form of, you know, fraction, but again this is also multiplied by 10, so this will not be in fraction. Let me show it to you. So that will become 8 plus 10 into 3 by 5 minus 6 is equals to 8. So this is again 5 will cancel 10 or 2, 3 2s are 6, 6 minus 6 got cancelled. So this is 8 is equals to 8. So yes, this is a balanced equation and our correct answer is option number B, where you are getting both the answers similar. So this is again you have to do just one by one, you have to check. And again, as I told you, the only trick in this type of question is if you are getting some similarity between two questions, two given statement, so try to solve those two first and then try the next of the options. Next question on your screen now. So here we have to put here the, you know, blanks are, instead of replacing, this time he was giving us blanks, like there is a symbol after 5, then there is a symbol after 0, then there is a symbol after 3. So we have to put three symbols here. You know, at these we have to put these three symbols are given in the pair of 3 in the 4 options. Like first one is multiply, multiply, multiply. So yes, multiply cannot be the first option, just remember this. If it is multiply, so 5 multiplied by 0 is 0, and again you are saying multiply, so this whole equation is 0. But you can see that on the right hand side it is 20, so it will not be balanced. If you are using this one, where again C, I am solving C just to give you an idea. So it is C, so this becomes 0, 5 into 0 0, 0 plus 3, that becomes 3 now, and 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. So yes, this is wrong, this is wrong. Now we have two of the options. Again, let's take this one first, because I know which is going to be correct. When you are going to have practice of at least 30 to 40 questions, you have then idea like which will be the correct option, from where to start, but just after the practice part only. So if I am going to use this one, this will not be correct, because why? Here the second symbol is minus, that means this will be 5, because 0 doesn't mean first symbol if it is plus, so this will still 5 plus 0 is 5. Then you are subtracting something from it. 5 minus, what is you are subtracting? You are subtracting 3. This is 5 minus 3, that becomes 2. 2 multiply by 5, or 2 addition with 5, divide with 5, anything, any process, you are not going to get 20. So that means this is also a wrong answer. This is our right answer. Now let me show it to you how this is correct. So putting 5, first symbol is minus, second number is 0, second symbol is plus, number is 3, and last symbol is multiply, number is 5, and this has to be equal to 20. So 5 minus 0, 5, or first even you can multiply, that is 15. Then 5 minus 0, which is 5, there is a symbol of plus, is equals to 20. Now 15 plus 5 is 20, and 20 and 20 are balanced. So that means the correct option which we have to put here is option number B. This is the right answer. So see, as I told you, there are certain ways to ask the question, but still in every you are applying the mathematical operation only, basically just calculation. If you are strong, as I told you, if you are strong in calculation part, so all the basic maths you can solve easily, like ratio, proportion, percentage, and simplification, approximation. This is just calculation based chapters. So have a strong calculation, how to do so. Practice at least 50 to 100 questions for a week from simplification and approximation. You will have a strong conceptual knowledge of these multiply, divide, and all these things. Next one is, again you have to replace the symbols this time. So find out the two signs to be interchanged for making following equation correct. Means this time we have to replace two symbols only. Like we are saying that we are going to replace plus with minus and minus with plus. because it is not replacing, it is basically interchanging. The word is interchange. So interchange basically means at the symbol, at the place of plus we have to write minus, also at the place of minus we have to write plus. So let's start it. So this is basically 5 plus 3. So at the place of plus we have to write minus. So 3 minus 5 multiply by 8, minus at the place of minus we will replace plus. 12 divided by 4 is equals to 3. So first we are going to solve the division, that is 3. Now 8 3s are 24. 24 plus 3 is 27, and 27 minus, this is of minus now because you can see the symbol is minus. So minus 27 and plus 5, this is not balanced. So this is not the right option. Next one is minus and divide. So 5 plus 3 multiply by 8, we have to replace minus with divide. So 8 divided by 12 and divide by minus, so minus 4. Again you can see this. Okay, so let's solve it. This is not in fraction. When multiply and divide are together, so don't think that it is going to be in fraction, just solve it first. So this will become 3 multiplied by 8 divided by 12 minus 4 is equals to 3. So 3 4s are 12, 4 2s are 8. So this will become 5 plus 2, that is 7. 7 minus 4 is equals to 3. So 7 minus 4 is 3. So 3 is equals to 3. That means this is the right answer. We have to replace minus with divide and divide with minus, or we have to interchange these two symbols with each other, and then our equation will be balanced. Next is given interchanges sign and numbers. This one I have told you, along with the signs you have to, in some of the questions you even have to replace symbols. So you have to interchange 4 with 8, 8 with 4. Okay, 4 with 8, 8 with 4, plus with minus, minus with plus. So let's solve with the first one. Okay, you can see again I have told you similarity, but see, last two are again similar to each other, and upper two are similar to each other, so that doesn't make any difference. Still we have to solve all the given four equations. So let's try. So this is 4, sorry, at the place of 4 I have to write 8. So 8, at the place of plus we have to write minus. At the place of 8 again we have to write 4. Just remember, at the place of minus it will be plus. 12 is equals to 12. This was our first equation. So this is again minus 4 plus 12 and plus 8. So 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 minus 4 is 16. So 16 is not equals to 12. So that is not the correct equation. Now let's solve second one. 4 minus, so again that is 8 plus, at the place of 8 we have to write 4 plus 12 is equals to 0. So again this is not equals to 0. You don't have to even add this. Third one, we have to replace again 4 by 8 minus by plus is equals to 24. So this is also not equals to 24. So you don't have to solve the next one. That will be our answer if we have the three options as wrong. But still, just to clarify, so this will be 4 plus, this becomes 4, minus becomes plus, 4 becomes 8, plus 12 is equals to 8. Okay, sorry, minus, this is minus. At the place of plus I have to write minus. So this is 12 minus 4, which is equals to 8. So 8 and 8 are balanced. So that's why option number D is the right answer. So now let me, before starting the next few questions, let me introduce you with our study material. So basically we have three options for the students who are preparing for NATA and JEE. So first option is for the students who are preparing just for NATA exam. So this book is about the previous year exams and mock test. So the best way to prepare for any exam is to first go through the previous year examinations. From that you are going to get an idea like what will be there in the pattern, what type of questions are there, how many questions are there, which topics are important, and again there are certain things you can find out just by going through the recent year exam. So in this book you are going to get 12 recent year exams. Along with that there will be 3 free online mocks that are available with the video solution. Now this second book is for the student who are preparing for both NATA and JEE. In this book as well, you are going to get 12 recent year exams that are solved there, and along with that you are again going to sell free mock test. 3 free mock tests will be there with the video solution. And this is the whole syllabus of both these exam, NATA and JEE, as I told you in the initial lecture, initially in the very starting of the class, that we have divided these whole syllabus into 8 modules, or these 8 books you can say. So this is complete package for the students. You don't have to buy anything else. There is complete all the topics which are covered from the last 4 to 5 year exams, at least up to the updated pattern. So this one is the best you can buy, and they are very sufficient for the preparation of both NATA and JEE exam. Now let's move to the next questions. So the next question is again, if a plus b is equals to 2c, c plus d is equals to 2a, then find out which of these given equations is correct. So this is also a question from mathematical operation. All the variables are given, no number is given to us. Although this is very quite easy, I think that all of you can easily attempt it. So it is given a plus b is 2c and c plus d is given equals to 2a. We have to find out which of these is correct. Now we have to first thing you can see is that it is plus here, no symbol is minus. That means we don't need to subtract here. We don't have to subtract. That gives definitely a symbol of minus or introduce a symbol of minus. So basically we are adding these. So if I add these, both name this as equation first and name this as equation 2. If I add these, so this will be writing adding the variables on the left are a plus b plus c plus d. These are the variables on the left hand side. Towards the right we have to add 2c plus 2a. I thought that you all know that what I am doing here. This is just a way of adding. When you are adding two statements, so you have to add things which are on right and which are on left. So here we are adding 2c and 2a. Now I can write 2c as c plus c and 2a as a plus a. Here you have a plus b plus c plus d is equals to this one. So c got cancelled, or you can take c to the other side, plus c minus c cancelled. 1a got cancelled. So on the left hand side we have now b plus d. On the right we have a plus c. So that means b plus d is equals to a plus c. B plus a, this one, first one, a plus c is equals to b plus d. A plus c is equals to b plus d. This was our final answer. So you can get such type of a question as well. Although in your exam the question was direct, a single statement in which you just have to replace the symbols. That was the question asked in the previous year NATA exam. So now questions in this book. Okay, in this question, sorry, triangle is greater than. Triangle basically means greater than. Now we are having something other than plus and minus. So triangle basically means greater than. This percentage symbol means lesser than. This square box means equal to, and equal to means not equal to. The symbol of equal means not equal to here. Plus means a little more than. Multiply means a little less than. So choose the correct answer. So now this equation is given to us. If a triangle b, this is given a triangle b. So what is triangle? That means a is greater than b. This is given to us. Second is b plus c. So what does plus means? So plus means is little more than. That means b is little more than c. So here I can say if little more or more, that means almost the same thing. So b is greater than c, that means, and a is greater than b. Now we have to answer out of these four, or these three, which is correct, and if not, then we can say cannot say. So first one is a percent c. So percent basically means lesser than. That means a is less than c, but you can see a is not less than c, a is greater than c. So that means first one is wrong. Second is c plus a. So plus basically means little more. So c is little more than a. Again, no, c is not little more than a is very greater than, or even you can say greater than c. but this one is reverse. Next is C percent. So percent basically means less than. So yes, this one is correct, that C is less than A. A is more than C, that means C is less than A. So yes, option number C is the right answer here. So I hope that you are able to understand this question as well, in which we have to answer. The question is smaller than and greater than. We are not using plus, minus, multiply and addition here. Next one is this is again a question, and a good question, in which we have to solve the values of u and v. What are the values of u and v here? So the solution is, suppose it is given that 3 into 2u plus v is given as 7. So if I multiply 3 inside, this will become 6u plus 3v is equals to 7uv. This is given. 6u plus 3v is equals to 7uv. And here what is given to us? That is 9u plus, sorry, 3u plus 9v. 3 multiplied by u, that is 3u, plus 3 multiplied by 3v, that is 9v, is equals to 11uv. Now what we can do is, I have to suppose replace one of these. Like I will bring the question in terms of either u or either in v. So means we have to balance this out. And how we can balance this out? If I am going to multiply this equation by 3, so it will become 18, and means this is the greater value, and then I will subtract this one. Let me show it to you. Suppose I am multiplying this whole equation by 3, so that becomes 18u plus 3 3s are 9v is equals to 3 multiplied by 7, 21uv. Now if I'm naming this as 1, this is 2, so subtract 1 from 2. So subtracting 1 from 2, this got cancelled, plus 9v minus 9v. 18 minus 3 is 15u is equals to 21 minus 11, that is 10v. 21 minus 11, that is 10uv. So u is on both the end, it got cancelled, and the value of v is 15 by 10, that is 3 by 2. So in which we have the value of v. Again, I have told you this many times, that don't solve the question in reasoning completely. After getting one of the values, just check, are there more than one option in which the value of v is given 3 by 2? No, there is only one option, that is option number B, in which value of v is given as 3 by 2. In rest the values are 0, 3 by 4 and 1. So we have the value of v as 3 by 2, so why don't have to solve it further? Although you can cross check it by putting the value of v here in this equation. Put the value of v as 3 by 2 and the value of u will be 1 then. Now moving to the next question. So this is 3 1 by 6 plus 4 1 by 2 minus 2 2 by 3 minus 1 11 by 12 is equals to x. I am giving this equation here. This is 3 1 by 6 plus 4 1 by 2 minus 2 2 by 3 minus 1 11 by 12 is equals to x. Find the value of x. Now the best way to solve this question is, now first thing, just understand this point. I can write 3 1 by 6 as 3 plus 1 by 6. Those two are exactly same. 3 1 by 6 is exactly same as 3 plus 1 by 6. You can see now 6 3s are 18 plus 1 19 by 6. Here the LCM is 6, so 6 3s are 18 plus 1 19 by 6. So you can do this, you can write them separately and write the symbol of plus in between these. So what I am going to do then, I will write this as 3 plus 1 by 6. This will be plus 4 plus 1 by 2 minus 2 minus 2 by 3, because this is minus and this is 2 plus 2 by 3. When you are going to multiply, it will become minus 2 and minus 2 by 3 minus 1 minus 11 by 12 is equals to x. Now add or subtract the natural numbers and fraction numbers separately. So the numbers which are natural are this, 2 and 1. So this is 6, or sorry, 3 plus 4, that is 7. 7 minus 2, that is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. So natural number will be 4 plus minus, let's see that what it will be. Now that is Let's solve this separately. It will be 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2 minus 2 by 3 minus 11 by 12. So what is LCM of all these? LCM will be 12 only. 6, 2, 3, 12. The LCM is 12 only. Now 6 2s are 12. So it will be 2 plus 2 6 are 12. It will be 2 plus 6. 3 4s are 12. 4 2s are 8. So minus, sorry, not plus. It will be minus 8. Again 3 4s are minus 2, that is minus 8. 12 ones are 1 and multiply by 11, so it will be minus 11. So this is minus 19 and plus 8. So plus 8 minus 19 will be 11 by 12. Let me solve this separately for you. So it will be 4 plus minus, and this is 4 plus minus, this is 8 minus 19 divided by 12. So 8 minus 19 is minus 11 by 12. If you subtract 8 from here, that will be minus 11 by 12. So now final answer is 4 minus 11 by 12. Solve this and that will be your answer. So 12 minus 4 minus 11 by 12. 12 fours are, LCM is 12 only. 12 fours are 48. 48 minus 11 by 12. So 48 minus 11 by 12. 48 minus 11 is 37 by 12. Or now just learn this as well. This is fraction. From fraction I am converting this into mixed fraction. Mixed fraction basically like this one, in which there is a natural number and a fraction as well. So that is very easy. You have to find like 12 up to which the number 12 is cancelling it completely. So that is 36. 12 threes are 36. Like write the remainder and write the number as the new denominator with whom you are dividing. So that will be 3 1 by 12, which is option number D. So the correct answer is option number D, that is 3 1 by 12. Moving to the next question now. So now we are going to take a question that is from your exam, but before going to that question, let me introduce you with the option test series and the recorded lectures along with the live lectures options we have for you students. So this is for the students who are preparing for NATA exam. In this you are going to get 7 full mock test with the solution. Along with that there will be 10 previous year tests, and also sectional tests are there, so you can practice topic wise. Like today we are doing the chapter mathematical operation, so there is sectional test for that topic, so you can attempt the questions from that, and you can clear those chapters in which you are having doubt. So next is for the students who are preparing for both NATA and JEE. In this exam this series as well, you are going to get 7 mock tests along with the 10 recent year solved papers, and also there will be sectional test given to you with the solution. So here this is for the student who are prepared but they need the revision. So here you're going to get additional video recorded lectures so that you can revise your lectures here. So last is for the students who wants to start from the beginning, and they are sincerely want to prepare for either NATA or JEE-2. So here you're going to get live lectures where teacher are going to come live and teach you, and there will be a lot difference between these recorded lectures and those which you are going to take on the app, because here we are just doing one of the lecture, one of the question from each topic. So there will be a detailed, first we are going to discuss that in detail, and then we are going to attempt certain number of questions as well. So I hope that you like this session. Just attempt this last question and then we are going to sum up it. So this is basically taken from the exam, and this is a little tricky, and there is a direct question from mathematical as well, but I have not taken that one. You can see in 2022, this year only, that the question come is directly from this operation, mathematical operation, sorry. So let's solve this. So here you can see there is a spoon, and basically 2 spoons you can say, or a knife and spoon, and we are multiplying these two and adding, so that is given as 14. So now what I have to convert this in terms of equation. So that will be, suppose x multiplied by x plus y is equals to 14. Now we have to just put the values of x and y to get how many ways are there by which we gonna get 14. Suppose if I am assuming the value of x is 1, so if x is 1, so it will be 1 plus 1 plus, now what will be the value of 5, because I need 14 there, so that means it will be 12. So if sun is 12, so here you can see 12 plus 12 is 24, so that is wrong. Even suppose, now if I am assuming x is 2, so that will be 2 plus 2 4, plus that means y, the value of sun is now 10, so 10 plus is 10 is 10 20, that is again greater, so that means the value of x cannot be 2 as well. Now let's put the value of x as 3, so 3 plus 3 6, 3 plus 3 6, so it will be 8 then, and again 8 and 8 are 16, that means this value of this we have to taken as 1, so those are again very less chances. So again we can take this case, so here you can write now that you are taking sun, and this I am saying set, a set of spoon and knife, this I am saying as set. So set you are taking as 3, sun you are taking as 8, and then when you are taking as 1. So that means if you are doing it here, what will be the answer then? This was the first case, so this will be 8 multiplied by 3, that is 24, plus 1 25, first answer, if that is given in the option. Now next can be, if I am taking the values in 4 and 4 here, so that will be 4 multiplied by 4. Okay, this is, sorry, this is multiply. Wait a second please, this is multiply, I have made an error, so it will be 1 multiplied by 1, so that is 1, that means value of sun will be 13 here. In next it will be, if I am taking it 2, so it will be 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4 plus 10, and we know that that is again incorrect. Next one is, that's why we are getting so many answers. Wait a second please. So next one is, when you are taking the value of x as 3, 3 into 3, that is 9. So 9, how many you are adding then here? Plus 5. 9 plus 5 is 14. So that means you are taking sun as 5, set as 3, and when as, we have to find out. Here let's put the value of sun as 5, so 5 5 10, that means when is now 7. So this is the answer. Now if you are taking again the value of, suppose x is 4, so 4 4 is 16, that is going to be have greater than the value on the right hand side, so that means the only value you can assume of x is 3, so that is the only answers which we can get. Now there are not any single possibility. So now let's put the values here. So value of sun is 5, set is 3, and when, that means plus 5. So 5 multiply, first we have to multiply, 5 3s are 15, 15 plus 7, that is 22. So the answer is 22 here, and options are not given here, you just have to numerically put the value. So this is all about the today's class in this session. That's it, that's the questions we have to discuss. I hope that you like this session, so do share this session and videos with your friends and the student who are preparing for both NATA and JEE. I hope that these lectures will help them a lot to crack their exam. So we will meet in the next session. Now take care, thank you.